We got
But
that.
you would cheat on me or walk out
Well,
on me.
see, that's what I'm saying. We have to get into definition. Who told us that was cheating? Where did that idea come from that that's cheating? And I'm not saying that a lot of men are not just running around. I'm not talking about that. But if a woman finds out that her man has been with a woman while she's been with him for 3 or 4 or 5 years, that's a serious commitment and relationship. And if it hasn't taken anything from me, if I'm not going short of anything, and if this is what he thinks his responsibility is, then what kind of hell are you going to go through to prevent that? Since we cannot stop him, we have not been successful. The white woman has not been successful in stopping the white man from having another woman. They call them a mistress. We pick up a lot of that terminology. But a man who has 2 women, that's not necessarily a mistress. That's just his other woman. Now, we got 2 choices. We can be the woman or the other woman. We don't have it, those 2. Now, I know we don't like that. I don't like that, you know. But that's the reality of our life at some point. Now, it's up to the man. But every man doesn't want 2 women. But those that do, they're
our
going to do it.
morals and our religion?
Whose religion? Whose morals? Not our religion, because we're not practicing the religion of black people anymore. That was taken from us. We don't have our morals anymore. That was taken from us. So whose idea are you representing when you stand up for those values? Not ours. Somebody else's. Some other nationality. And it may work for them. But it doesn't work for us. It hasn't worked for anybody, really. But nobody wants to deal with the truth. Monogamy was only created because of the economics of it.
And sing.
Y'all 2 cats, man. I mean,
Yeah.
let me. You can play the other one.
That was both of
it.
them. That was part
Yeah,
1
it
and
makes
2.
them together. Yeah. That was both of
Okay,
them.
so our audience should know who that is, but that was Sister Shahrazad Ali. In the 80s, she wrote a book called The Black Man's Guide to Understanding the Black Woman. And she was mocked into oblivion. If you noticed her headdress, that's where Queen Latifah got that from. And Queen Latifah's response to this was ladies first. She would wear, remember Latifah would wear the tall hats. She was mocked on In Living Color. I forget what the sister's name is, but in the skit, she was Shahrazad Ali, and she said, "Just slap her in the mouth," because in the book, that's what it actually said. And interestingly enough, that's all they took and ran with. But what she was talking about was the how the relationship between black men and women was starting to degrade at a rapid rate. She was talking about that shit back then. And you fast forward later, and the majority of shit that she said has come to pass. She's been on Hidden Colors, like damn near all of them. Produced, directed by Tariq Nasheed. She's been on CNN. She's been on a lot of interviews. I think she was interviewed on MTR, our boy, Mediocre Tutorials and Reviews. Okay. And she started this conversation back then. Like, hey man, her thing was the white woman's struggle was never our struggle. And we let them separate. What she was saying to the sisters was, we let those women separate us from our men with the women's lib movement and feminism, but they turned around and went back to their own men. And she went a step further by saying not only did they go back to their own men, they also took your men. And so she's always been a real controversial figure. Of course, the brothers love what she has to say. But you choose what you want to take from it. I'll say this. Something she said must be true, because if you listen to shit by the SOS band, what did she say? You keep your other girls. Just be good to me. I skipped some shit, but I had the greatest hits, and the leads. She wrote a lot of songs about singing to a motherfucker with another woman. You know what I'm saying? But her thing is just do right by me, and that's what it is. I gotta just to go, a little further. I got a big bro down in Texas. he should be 40. If he's in his 40s, he got 5 siblings with his mom and like 10, 15 other motherfucking siblings by his other siblings. They halves. His dad. This is the story. This shit is amazing. His dad, apparently his wife, he had a wife, and her best friend, his wife's best friend, lived on the same fucking block. And he had kids by both of them.
Yeah.
So,
holy shit.
I bullshit you not. I met these motherfuckers, Cuddy. I met his brothers in them. And he told me the story. He said, yeah, my mom is Day mom's best friend. And Day mom was my dad's wife. And he had like 15 with them. And there's 5 of us.
Damn.
Yes, it's over 20 kids. And he said that, listen to what he said. Let me word this shit right again. That my mom and their mother, best friends, same block. So, hey.
Hey, man. That's kind of the situation with that Terrell Owens.
Okay.
You hear about his situation when he found out who his dad was? He was, getting feelings for the little girl across the street from him. I think he was in maybe junior high, maybe high school or whatever. And then that's when they decided to tell him that that's his sister. His dad lived directly across the street from him. He didn't know who his dad was until he was junior high or high school.
See?
And they had to tell him, pump the brakes. You can't do that, because, they probably wouldn't even told him if he didn't catch feelings for old girl.
Right.
Right.
Terrell Owens got a pretty strong, distinctive face. It's kind of hard
the genes
to
strong,
find
right?
somebody else like that. And just think of the possibilities of finding somebody else like that and then finding that motherfucker attractive because you ugly. No, I'm playing. Wow.
Motherfucker
said that's
Go ahead, man.
I mean, like
No, but
directly
seriously,
across
though,
the street, man.
That's one of the things my grandfather always said. It was, you got to know your family members because if you have any type of self-esteem, you will find yourself attractive.
Right. Right.
And if you don't know your family members,
You might
you will
fuck one
end
of
up sleeping with one of your cousins.
Look.
Indeed.
Hey.
Or worse,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
why I'm glad I didn't fuck nothing in the yo. Because Steve was a motherfucker in some Bruce Lee shoes. Let me tell you something. This cat, my pops came up to my high school one day. You know what I'm about to say.
That motherfucker sat up there with one of them gargoyles up at the top of the motherfucking
You
building.
goddamn right.
Perched.
So these motherfucking girls was going crazy. They saw. They saw your daddy the blue eyes. Oh, so I was rapping with my dad. I told him what they said. He said, shit, man, I might be them bitches' daddy, man. You better ask him first. Man, I fucking lost. He said, man, I might be one of their daddies. I would be places and women would be like, you Steve's son? I'm like, what?
See.
Yeah.
See?
Boy, listen, I'm telling you, man. So, I mean, and nowadays, again, we was just talking in the last segment, we was talking about how things used to be taboo, with those acts. This is some shit that I guess people would think taboo. Now we see motherfuckers in open relationships. Utah, it's a whole community of motherfuckers who got multiple wives.
Well, that's...
Hey, man, that's how all them Romneys are down there in Mexico.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Polygamy is real,
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
But now it's this, we in the entanglement phase.
Yeah.
Where, that shit is popping off. Just say, you wanted some strange.
There you go. It's that easy.
You ain't got to complicate it. That's all.
I think what fuck it up for some people is the deception.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
What Sugar Free say? You'd be surprised what you could get when you tell the truth.
There you go. Let me tell you, my old head told me, you ain't got to step all over women to get what you want. You ain't got to step, just be up front.
Just tell them. You'd be surprised because
yeah,
they may be with it.
There you go. There you go.
Like, man, I've been waiting for you to fucking, because I'm tired. You know what I mean? So
right.
She could tap in. Go for it.
And think about how many relationships motherfuckers be like, oh, I was bored and I was tired. Think about if a motherfucker, hey, bitch, look, I want to bring another heifer in the bed. I've been waiting for you to ask daddy. I'm not doing that shit. I'm getting meaner to older.
Might as well try it, man.
Nah, because then it's like, hey, man, I want to bring in Hank.
Yeah, see? Motherfucker,
hey, man, it's always a two-way street, Playboy.
There you
can't
go.
Just be one-sided. So what you gonna do?
You tell your woman you want another woman, and one day she say, hey, next thing you know, she tell you what you want. Motherfucker, you getting Don Lemon up in that motherfucker.
Wait,
They going across your mustache.
What if you get that Gladys Knight son?
Oh, see,
I ain't getting no motherfucker.
Motherfucker, you gotta suck 4 titties that night.
Nah, man, I can't have another single mom up in that bed, man. Not like that, man.
Another single mom.
Can't do that, man. One's enough.
Oh. Hey. Oh. Listen, man, I'm just gonna say, hey, man, you know what? Whatever make the relationship work, man. And I,
That's it.
I think, beyond that, I understand what her message was. Again, man, it's no secret that, I don't want to go into that because this ain't that. We don't do all that shit. We don't do all the what's wrong with black men and women. I never wanted our channel to be that shit. I don't feel like going into that stupid shit. But I'll just say that, yeah, man, because you know what? It's too saturated. I hate that our brothers and sisters get on this shit. Like, it's one thing to make a few comments and have an opinion, but there are literally, like, and I listen to it. You got the manosphere, you got the motherfucking divestment women over here talking about leave all black men and abort these motherfuckers. And we comedy, we talk about current events. If we talking about current events, it's going to be a little bit of tea, and I don't want to do that shit because I don't want to be like them. This is comedy mixed with some intelligent thought from 3 intelligent brothers, so I'm not going into that. But what I will say is this: her message actually is. It's funny how it's almost like one of those movies that don't hit when it releases, but it becomes a cult classic. You know what I'm saying? Like The Last Dragon. You know what I'm saying? Apparently, when it first came out, The Last Dragon was a flop, but it became a cult classic. Her message at the time, I think, flopped, but it's ringing true. Even some of her harshest critics, one of them was Ayanna Van Zant, when she was talking about when she was on Donahue, talking about she was a Yoruba priestess. She was one of her harshest critics. Now she sounded damn near the fucking same.
Yeah.
You could find a video where she's like, yeah, black women are out of line, and, again, not to go into that, but her message, she had a positive message back then. And I think that whole, what killed it was to smack him in the mouth, because she said it and she actually backed it up. She said, shit, some of them do need to be smacked in the mouth. I said, God damn.
See, I don't condone any
no
of that
violence.
shit.
We don't condone violence.
So you don't need to do that to get your point across. And,
right.
Some severe old school shit, but
absolutely,
to each his own. That's her situation, because you got some chicks who really feel that's the only way they feel loved, which is so
Right.
fucked up and perverted. But
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm
it's
glad
crazy.
I'm glad you put that out there, Mr. Coppola. That is a very sad thing. That because something traumatic must have happened in some of these young ladies' lives to feel like that's the only way that they can be shown affection is to have somebody putting their hands on them.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, it's those relationships don't end well. And you know, I get what she was saying, but yeah, we don't condone violence against anybody on the 3 p.m.D. show. So,
My man,
that's my take on that.
Brother.
Not even if Don Lemon put his.
Well, that's
a
different.
different.
That's different. We gonna beat the brakes.
We
off
gonna beat
Don
the
Lemon
brakes off that.
if he down in his britches over there, you know, trying to, you know, rolling those dice. You know,
Hey,
we can't.
All right, now I can agree with everything Aubrey just said.
Hey, listen. Let me say this.
I concur. Y'all stupid, man.
What did my man hold on, I gotta get his name. What did Marcellus Wallace say after he was assaulted? He said, I'm gonna have 5 and I'm gonna get some of the hardest crack pipe hitting homies to do. What did he say in Pulp Fiction?
Do some medieval shit.
You good, you go ahead and go.
Yeah. Lemon, nah, ain't none of that shit.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Just thought about that scene.
Yeah, I'm glad you because I had no idea who this woman was.
Yeah,
I'm glad you knew, man. Because I was
lost.
some old ass clip.
And
nah,
man,
very smart. It is old ass.
That's
clip.
just it, man. It still ring true to
right.
You know, right now. That's
relevant.
Yeah.
Cuddy, that's the 80s.
I didn't.
Yeah. Tell about the video footage and the clothing. Shit, we knew.
Yeah, that's the 80s.
Man, I've been black a long time too, motherfucker. No.
Yeah, that's just the Shahada's
but I had no idea who this woman was, especially her link to Queen Latifah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, do you think monogamy is dead?
I don't know monogamy.
It's to each his own, man. Everybody's relationship and situation is different. It's not dead. It's just, you know, we talking about different shit now.
Right.
We got access. We got more access now. Before everything was, you know, behind closed doors, hush hush. You know what I mean? It wasn't podcasts. Well, it was AM radio.
Right.
You know, it wasn't podcasts. It wasn't people being able to speak this freely.
Right.
You know,
right.
There wasn't no little Nas X.
Right.
Out there killing it. You know, doing what he do.
Right.
You know, it's just we're in a different arena right now.
Right. Mm. Some years ago, we'd have been shut down. What's that? F? What's the radio motherfuckers? The
FCC.
The FCC would have been like, pull the plug. Pull the plug.
Pull the plug on these motherfuckers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Get them the fuck out of here.
Easily.
You know, we just
came
different
along
time
and changed the game, and you know, we didn't have to file no papers. We had to do shit.
Right.
We just, you know, fire up the mics.
There you go. There you go.
Oh, yeah. I tend to think that it's the definitions we put on relationships that end up ruining relationships. Because some shit could be cool with you and your girl,
right?
But it's how
everybody else perceives
your homeboys or her homegirls view her and her relationship. That'll fuck up your shit.
Yep.
If that makes any sense.
That makes
I agree
sense.
with you.
That makes perfect sense.
You know,
that's why you have to form your bubble.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You have to form your bubble because you're in that relationship with that person.
Right.
And then
you're not in the relationship with the homeboys and the homegirls.
To, you know, everybody else, you know, to the show. You give them guest passes. But other than that, you got to keep it that way. I mean, from, you know, family to, you know, the mama got something to say, the daddy got something to say. It just depends on how strong your foundation is.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's going to be somebody always got some shit to say. How come y'all ain't married? How come y'all ain't got kids? How come, you know, y'all ain't got a house? I mean, you ain't got this, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to come from everybody.
And ain't nobody. And the interesting thing is nobody paying attention to the fact that you just love the person.
Facts.
Well, what happens if you're just curious, man? Because some people, like some of these things are foreign to other people.
Who's curious?
No, I'm just saying, like, some of the decisions that you make in your relationship, man.
Mm-hmm.
Take it as disrespect. A motherfucker ask you why you doing something, or what if they were legitimately curious?
No. Yeah, I don't take. If you curious, you're curious, man. No, I don't take any offense to people asking anything.
It's not what you say; it's how you say it, and
it's how you say it.
Also, who's saying it.
Right.
It's just nobody gonna come up. Somebody who don't have no time in, and throw their 2 cents in about what's going on in the household. They come on, man.
Perfect example, Cuddy. We ain't gotta do a deep dive into the shit, but you remember when I told you, hey, I'm getting married, Cuddy. You remember what your reaction was? But it's you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. First of all, it's number one, we family, and we don't get mad at each other. Number two, we talked about that, and even me and the wife talked about it. We understand where it came from. It didn't have anything to do with us, but it wasn't a situation where it was like, oh man, that bitch is evil. You don't need to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's again, man. We talk about it with comedy, but in life, there's a thing called context. And in fairness, since we talking about this, you also came and was like, "Hey, Cuddy, look, boom, 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 boom." I wasn't mad or anything like that, but it's like our brother Mr. Coppola said, it's how you say things, and again, it's who you are.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because we all play a position.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, okay, we got the live wire.
Right.
You know what I mean? We got the ground wire. You know what I mean? We got the one that's like, no, look this way. Don't look over there. Look over here. You know what I mean? Focus this way right quick. It's just, like I said, man, it's just perspective. And you can tell if somebody's coming at you genuine or they got that venom. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
How about this? Yeah, I got you.
Because two things that
we could talk about. We can talk about anything from the sun up to sundown. It's just how you come at me.
There you go.
You come at me like, man, why the fuck you want to go marry that bitch? Like, now I got to fuck you up, and then I got to explain why I just put these knuckles to your eye. You know what I mean?
That's why you ain't coming to the wedding.
Right. And that
LOH want to know why you ain't coming to the
wedding. And that's not what happened. You know what I'm saying? For us, like I said, two things that wasn't gonna get fucked up from what you had to say was our relationship and me and my wife's relationship.
Right.
It's just, hey, all right, let me clarify for you what it is. And that's all it was. But it wasn't venomous because, like he said, that thing it's never happened to me. I'm fortunate that everybody is loving and supportive of my lady. That that makes it that makes it easier. Not that I really give a fuck one way or another.
Right on.
But I'm glad that she's a lovable person. The fact that everybody loves her, then in and of itself, that's the answer right there to anybody's question. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, curiosity is okay, man. You might find out some things about yourself when you ask the question.
That's it.
Yeah,
you might find out you might be on the same page and just don't even know it. So
right on.
So would what do they call that? A polygamous relationship? I mean, is that off the table for either one of you guys?
It's off the table for me.
It's off the table for me, man. I have enough. I'm trying to maintain this lady.
There you go.
Did I throw another one in the mix?
I don't got the patience.
No. You thinking of from one perspective.
I'm thinking about it from a dude in a relationship perspective.
Nah, you talking about that Don Lemon shit. I'm trying to say,
what if the lady of the house was like, hey,
want a dude? Oh shit! Sometimes
no, not even the dude, just somebody else. Like it could be a dude or a chick. You know what I mean? Just like, hey, That it just even sounds weird because I know her, but you know what I mean? Like
It sounded weird.
just
right, but
saying
It sounded weird because of Mr. Coppola's
But-
awkward silence.
No. It's,
Well, no. I mean,
I'm
like
joking.
it's one of those situations where, man, I'm
I know
pondering.
I know it's just.
Yeah, I'm pondering like
it's so hypothetical.
that
but
would be crazy if she was like, "Look, I don't want another dude. I want a chick." Then it's like, hold on, nah, because hell, I don't want her forming no emotional relationship with no other chick or whatever, because that shit happens.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, no.
Right.
For me, like I said, I don't know about you and all your free love.
Right.
I know I got an ass whooping when I'm coming to see you, just for bringing this question.
Oh, you
up.
know
like,
it's
I
coming.
know I got
You
an
know
ass
it's
whooping.
coming.
Nah, like
It's
but like you
coming.
said, and you didn't, and you posed the question perfectly because you said it could be a dude or
Yeah.
a female, whatever. Hell, what would my boy say, Carmichael? Like, I'm the type of dude who needs a dude around the house. So, but then we come to find out he was, after that, it kind of made more sense when he said that, when he posed that question or made that
What was
statement. So,
Did he come out?
yeah, came out on the Breakfast Club.
Who?
I had no idea.
Yeah, Gerard Carmichael.
Oh, okay.
And
well.
see, that's why you even haven't heard of him ever since he did that, right?
Well,
So he went into hiding or what?
I don't know if he went into hiding. Mind you, he was nice with the pen, so he
Yeah,
was doing
I
a
heard-
lot of
Yeah,
writing.
that is true.
they
You
said
know,
the
so I don't know
Carmichael
if he
show
went
was
back to that.
amazing.
Very much so,
Bro,
but
you never saw it?
No.
no, he just said it was amazing. But once he came out, you haven't heard from him. He went,
Yeah.
radio silent.
Yeah. But I
I'm
never.
telling you, outside of Chappelle, I think his stand-up, the Carmichael 8, was like legendary.
Very.
Yeah, I never seen
Very.
this shit. I didn't find it to be
Dude.
too funny.
Dude he's amazing. Like I said, that whole
Yeah.
he wrote that, remember Little Rail or whatever, his show. Yeah, he wrote that.
I might have to give him a chance, but I never found him to be funny. He's a
Dude
cornball.
was
You know
dude
what,
was
like-
hilarious.
Yeah.
I never saw any of his specials outside of Carmichael 8.
So watch
it,
that.
It came on HBO.
Mhm.
That's the one I saw, and I was like, you know what, this dude is dope.
Okay.
So, I'm not sure which ones you saw. Maybe he bombed. You know what I mean? But the one I saw was instant classic. 5 mics if it was in the source.
Okay.
But
Okay.
dude
Right.
was dope. And then all of a sudden, again, he did an interview on the Breakfast Club, and Charlemagne was was lighting him up with questions like, "So what do you do, when you're dating?" Like, invite him up for a snack, and we go in there and we handle our business, and then we come out and we play PlayStation.
Oh, that's disgusting. Oh,
See, come on, man.
all right.
It's like,
All right,
that's just
so
how it
let
Let
me
me
goes.
be an
this
adult.
down.
Let me just listen. Go ahead, son. Go ahead,
Two
son.
consenting adults, man. Just let it. That's
Yeah.
what it is. But yeah,
Yeah.
it came out.
Wow. Why would you even ask?
It's Charlemagne. It's Charlemagne.
It's Charlemagne.
It's Charlemagne.
It's Charlemagne.
Yeah.
He wanted to know.
He do the same thing with his boo.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Jokes.
But, yeah, man.
Allegedly.
Like I said, it's just depend on who you with,
Right on.
strength of your relationship. That's all. That's how that
Absolutely.
go.
Absolutely.
But yeah, man, you should be able to talk to your partner about those things and see what's going on, man. But to me, it just seems exhausting.
Yep.
I don't know. I mean, like, I had family members that did it. Like, and I had a
A coach.
working, like, they were married till they died. I don't know how healthy their relationship was.
All of
but-
them were all together, just one big unit, or was it just
Ooh.
No. I mean, they both had side booths. Like,
Got you.
the husband and the wife
Had.
both had a side booth.
That was their relationship.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
My grandparents.
Yeah, I mean that was like I'm talking about my grandparents. I don't even know one.
I'm talking
But,
about mine too.
Steve,
listen.
like they both had like side booths,
Right.
and it was like it worked for them. You know, it just, you know, I get it that you like they were together until they died, like hand in hand type of, you know, the way you supposed to go type shit. Like it
Yeah.
like that magical shit, but they both had side boobs, you know, 20 years running back before that. You know what I
Wow.
mean? Like, so they had a healthy marriage
Right.
and they had whatever they had on the side, you know, so is monogamy, you know, chasing waterfalls?
Apparently, but like it's everybody's relationship is different. It worked for them.
Right. That's what
all.
we're saying.
It worked for them. That's all. It may not work for the next.
Right. It's all about who
the next
are,
couple.
bro.
You know, too many players on the field.
Yeah.
So and like people aren't mentally ready for all that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because back then they kept it tight. Like I don't give a damn what you do. Just don't let me see it.
All right, so let me throw something at you. Let's say we give it another 40, 50 years.
Okay.
Y'all together, you know.
Okay.
Both of y'all, you know, lady of the house.
Uh-huh.
And 50 years down the road, right?
Uh-huh.
They're like, hey, you know, I want some strange. They come at you, you know, and what they give you a hall pass to go get you some strange.
Uh-huh.
I mean, do you think that could be a functional relationship?
Motherfucker, I'll be 90.
Another 40, 50 years. Yeah,
I'll be
hopefully
90.
everything working right. You
I
goddamn
don't know
right.
if my dick could be functional.
Because if you don't use it, you lose it, is what I was
Right.
told.
Oh,
That's not true.
Yeah,
But go ahead.
I'm saying, you know, I'll be fine. My grandfather was paying his rent in penis until he died.
Nice.
I will be
Slanging
just
that
fine.
thing like a new
Right.
jack. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like, I'll be fine. I come from a long line of, yeah.
Right.
I'm not going to say it, but you know what it is. Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
But yeah, man. I mean,
it's weird.
that's just what it is, man. It worked. Yeah. It worked for them. To each his own.
Right on.
Every relationship has its own dynamic.
Right on.
You know, because some chicks are like, you know what? I'm really tired of fucking you. You know what I mean? I love you, but I'm just tired of fucking you.
That's just got to, you know, I don't know.
And I'm just thinking about what if that happened, because, you know, female body changes, and it's like some of them don't enjoy it as much anymore. Not that they have any less love for their spouse. They just, I don't need to do it, you know, 2-3 times a week. I'm thinking like holidays, maybe every, you know, leap year, you know.
Yeah.
You know, very sporadic.
Right.
And
Yeah.
Is it cool to give your significant other a hall pass if you tapping out for whatever reason?
I don't see anything wrong with that. I really don't. I mean, as long as you two came to an agreement, you know, that's within your relationship, man. That's between y'all.
Okay.
You know, but it's those outside eyes. You
Right.
know, it's the bullshit you got to deal with, and you know that's why your circle gets smaller. I guess the older you get,
Right.
Sick of niggas judging you,
Right.
But yeah, I don't see anything wrong with it, man. It's that's an agreement between two people, or well, three. You know, like that's between y'all, man. I mean,
yeah,
I can give you my opinion on it and the shit that I've been through. You know what I mean? But
right.
like, other than that, you know, that's the way it's got to be, man. You just got to accept it for the way it is, man.
Like I said, man, you may be in a relationship with somebody, but everybody grows differently. You know, somebody could grow in like, man, I'm really digging it. Another one like, man, I'm ready to tap out. And that's just how relationship goes sometimes.
I mean, like, who can sit back here and say, like, there's not a person on this planet that can sit here and say that they are the exact same person they were 10 years ago.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So now, you know, you meet, you fall in love 10 years down the road. You are two different fucking people. You know what I
And
mean?
if they look deep enough,
Like-
they will understand that. If they can look that far back, that deep, and realize, like, you're right, you are not that person anymore, and I have to accept that. Yeah, man, you're absolutely right.
Come on then. You ain't the same person I knew. I want to get you some strange.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
I'll be back here cleaning the pool. Nah, I don't know.
Yeah, man.
I don't know. That's fucking weird, but I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, you know.
I know. Monogamy has fucked up many relationships. Damn, they're all of them. Like, if it ain't monogamy, it's money.
Well, that's hand in hand, brother. That's hand in hand. But yeah, you want to put more players on the field, it's gonna cost you more money. Regardless.
God damn.
Regardless. Like I said, man, you're gonna have to pay for that. One way to, is our brother frozen in time? Yeah.
No, I'm just listening to this shit.
You gotta understand, man. I'm damn near done with this bottle of tequila.
I figured. I've
See,
been knew
look
it.
at
I
it.
knew
Yeah,
it. That's
look
why I
at it.
just been sitting here like this motherfucker fucked up.
Getting it in. He don't know if it's Tuesday or Friday. He don't know. He all right.
One of these days.
All right, man. Was that our last clip thing?
Shit, it is today.
We got one more.
Okay, we got one more.